The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Glass. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Eagle defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jefferson. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. On the counter, this is Jefferson. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Pritchett. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he'll be out right at the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Jefferson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The Eagles had 4-9 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Operating from the gun, Pritchett. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Pitching it out to Jefferson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Pritchett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And his throw here's incomplete. Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a handoff up the middle. Glass. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Glass. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st down, Glass. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Third and 4. He'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead, this is Cannon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. Pritchett. That is caught. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Cannon going to try the left side. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
On the set.
They'll run here with Jefferson.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Pritchett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Looking to run with Jefferson. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and a couple. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Pritchett. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
19 tight. 19 tight.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on. Set. Trap 60. Trap 60. Check go.
Back to throw. Pritchett. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Straight ahead with Jefferson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Mazi Smith, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll go right back to Jefferson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw. Pritchett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
In motion comes the tight end left. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw now on first down.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's second and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 61 yards.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And they'll run on first down with Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 22 now, here's second down and 7.
Ready. Go.
Back to throw. Pritchett completes it to Fant on the right side. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Here we go, set. Check smash.
They give to Cannon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 2.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
A give up the middle to Jefferson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
Here's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
Back to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Cannon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll run out of the gun with Jefferson.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it right side with Cannon.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Cannon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Here's first and goal.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and 6. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Oh, and the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
This is first and 10.
Here we go, set.
He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right through.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here's first down.
Check that, street. Set. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Go.
Back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again.
This ball intercepted.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They